वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tagore Premanandi. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gaurani, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Shila Guru Deva. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaur Hari Bol. Tagore Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you everyone for again joining us in the story of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we continue 4th canto and specifically again Srila Dhruva Maharaja's pastime. And today we start with chapter 9, chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj Returns Home. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Thank you everyone for blessing us in the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and pray for your continuous blessings. Pray that one day, starting from now on, I become the first listener of what we study in Srimad Bhagavatam. I become the first listener of the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. Pray one day, and from now on say, I can embody the teachings and the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and live a life dedicated for the pleasure of Guru and Gaurang, for the pleasure of the Lordships, for the pleasure of Radha Krishna. Deities look so gorgeous today, isn't it? Especially if we see Nityanand Prabhu, the garland and the dress. Wow, beautiful garland. Beautiful smile. As we were briefly discussing now, there's something in society called as what? We hear what? Game changer. He or she is a game changer, no? Or this can be a game changer. So in sports, they say, no, okay, hire this personality, he's a game changer, or she's a game changer in sports, is business and things. Generally, game changer, no? Or life changer, game changer. And what does Srimad Bhagavatam or Japa or Krishna consciousness do? It is like a mood changer. Uh, Definitely, our mood will go very high, very uplifting, and especially Harinam. Harinam is such a joy. Blessed are those who have been to Harinam. Blessed are those who go to Harinam. And I must say, unblessed are those who don't go to Harinam or who have not been to Harinam. Very unfortunate, na? Someone not going in Harinam, someone not participating in street chanting. Oh, is really missing out. Really missing out. Uh, Blessed are those who go on Harinam, who have been to Harinam, who have been on book distribution and Harinam. Wow, such a service. Book distribution, giving out flyers, pamphlets, and book distribution, interacting and meeting people. Harinam is like what? Again, the many things, na? Like pop-up restaurant, something called na? Pop-up restaurant or some other things, na? As in, you go wherever you set up a restaurant, and then you go another place. So Harinam is what? Pop-up temple or moving temple. Moving temple. They say what? Food on wheels or something like this, na? Food on Harinam is what? Krishna on devotees, entourage of Krishna's devotees. Krishna is there in Harinam, of course, he is there in the holy name. So entourage of Krishna's devotees, and it's pop-up temple, a moving temple. Great, one should participate in Harinam for sure. So Dhruva Maharaj returns home. Oh, beautiful. So previous chapter we saw na, Dhruva Maharaj leaves home for the forest. Now leaving home is essential. Leaving home for the forest, or leaving home in the sense one is to detach. Detachment is very, very essential in order to progress in life, in order to realize something. And see, sense control, mind control is basic. That is when yoga, that is the basic beginning of yoga, to control the senses, to control the mind, to have a disciplined mind, and also to follow some rules and regulations, to follow a lifestyle. There are some spiritual practitioners who say we practice meditation, but they don't follow any rules regulations in life. in terms of eating, in terms of, and eating is very important. Diet is extremely important. Not in the sense, okay, yes, I take this much calories in lunch, this much calories in breakfast, and I burn this much. No, eating meaning what we eat. Vegetarian or even much better, no comparison. Prasad, taking food offered to Krishna. That, so that is then becomes a spiritual practice. So we see, so far we have seen like chapter 8, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, he leaves home for forest, uh, and now he is returning home. So yeah, let us try and go a bit, read more, and see he's returning home. We now see, we should be, when we were studying chapter 8, na, we should be in our study of Shrimad Bhagavatam, we should be relishing it. We should try as much as we can, not put our head into it as such, not as in not compare ourselves to it. Oh, Dhruva is doing like this, devotees are, I'm not doing like this, I'm not, but I'm not doing like this, but I'm not, I'm still eating so much. No, keep yourself out, relish. See, when we go to watch a movie, na, we keep ourselves out. Now we see in movie what hero is dancing like this, hero is beating the villain like that, heroine smiling like this and dressing like that, all that on. No, we don't compare with ourselves, na. Oh, a hero can walk like this, talk like this. I cannot do this. No, we put ourselves away for that time, and we just relish. So likewise, relish Srimad Bhagavatam and don't compare. Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this much mala. I'm not doing this much that and all. Leave that. When we start just relishing, keeping ourselves kind of our situation away, we'll relish more. And through the blessings of Dhruva Maharaj, through the blessings of contemporary, present devotees, Acharyas, Vaishnavas, and especially Guru Maharaj, one can then advance tremendously. One will advance tremendously. So as we were studying Dhruva Maharaj is leaving home for the forest, so we should feel the emotion he went through. We should definitely feel the emotions he went through in forest and all, and now he's returning home. Such a glorious, beautiful time, na. So we should be very elated, very happy that yes, Dhruva is returning home. So let us try it with wholeheartedly, with whatever heart we can bring into it, to welcome Dhruva. And we'll understand throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, take any passage, any pastime, it is all love based, all love centered. So we'll try to understand love as well. And as in, we were reminded of this question, right? We'll try to see if we can address this question in this study, if it fits in, should fit in. The question being what? What are the two elements or components or items uh, that is necessary in love? Two elements, components, items. I may not be phrasing maybe the question properly, but maybe once I share my thought, you all can say how better to should have phrased the question. So, what are the two elements, components, items which are necessary for one to attain love, for one to be in love, for one to experience love? To get love, two elements, items are emotions, elements, items, qualities are necessary. If anyone has any thoughts, can share now, or as we progress, we can check. So for now, let us see Dhruva Maharaj returns home, chapter 9, text 1 onwards. And again, because of restrictions of time and say setting and all, unfortunately, very painfully, we won't be able to read all the purports. We'll see whichever. For this, maybe I'll just read the sloka and the translation and see. Maitri Uvacha ते एवं ते एवम् उत्सन भयौरुक्रमे कृता वामान प्रययुस्त्रिविष्टपम् सहस्राश्री श्रीश्रापि ततो गरुत्मता मधोर्वनं भृत्य दिदृक्ष्यया गता. The great sage Maitreya told Vidura, when the demigods were thus reassured by the personality of Godhead, they were freed from all fears, and after offering their obeisances, they returned to their heavenly planets. Then the Lord, who is non different from the Sahasra Shirsha incarnation, got on the back of Garuda, who carried him to the Madhuvan forest to see his servant Dhruva. Uh, now, okay, let us pray continuously. Not sure what we'll do, but this is, we just attempt for the pleasure of the Lordships and for the pleasure of devotees. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So let us read some translation and then we see how we build up what comes through. The form of the Lord, which was brilliant like lightning, and in which Dhruva Maharaj, in his mature yogic process, was fully absorbed in meditation, all of a sudden disappeared. Thus Dhruva was perturbed and his meditation broke. But as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally present, just as he had seen the Lord in his heart. Wow. So, as we had been studying now, that Dhruva Maharaj, how he gradually or how he increased his sadhana, say, his devotional service, his spiritual practice month by month, gradually and so nicely. And what then, within 6 months, he attained Lord Narayan, within 6 months. So much so that the entire cosmos or material universe, all the breathing air, Dhruva controlled it. Huh? And everyone were like clueless. Huh? The demigods, they were so shaken up, they went to the personality of Godhead, they prayed that, my dear sir, your devotee Dhruva, he's performing austerities, tremendous austerities, so that we are clueless what he's up to and all. So please you check after your devotee, check after your Dhruva. And as we were trying to see now, see this mood has to be built up now. So what one is, did Lord Narayan come to give darshan to Dhruva Maharaj, or perhaps did he come to take darshan of Dhruva? Hmm? That yes, now Krishna likes pretext. He works on pretext. In the sense, the demigods, they approached Lord Narayan. Oh, please go and see. So yeah, fine. That is like an excuse or the pretext, or that is not the real thing. That is not the main thing. Main thing is what? Narayan, Krishna in Narayan form, coming to take darshan of Dhruva, to see Dhruva, to give darshan to Dhruva. But this is a side business to satisfy the demigods. This is a side business. Uh, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, na, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So, sadhunam, paritranaya sadhunam, those devotees who are being tortured, troubled, to pacify them, hmm, and to annihilate the miscreants, to punish the miscreants, and to establish religious principles in society, Krishna appears. But that is actually uh, Krishna in Vishnu form does that. Krishna in his Nij Roop, in his original form, he is not doing all of any of that same. So he's just using that as a pretext to come and perform his pastimes, to come and give darshan to his devotees, or to take his devotees for a tour, for an entourage. Okay, Krishna comes from the spiritual world, and okay, let's visit this material universe with devotees and create some again khilwad. Yogmaya creates some khilwad for to bring variegatedness in the pastimes of Krishna, to bring very much even more variegatedness in the rasas, in the joy mellows of Krishna consciousness. And as a major effect of it, us conditioned souls get benefit thoroughly when we listen to those pastimes, when we hear those pastimes. So in here also, Lord Narayan appearing not necessarily or not primarily or not for satisfy the demigods or on the application of the demigods. Application of the demigods, okay, that is, something is like a formality, okay, in the file to show that yes, that's the application. But heart wise, Narayan was waiting, okay, Dhruva, come, I can come and see you. Also, a thing, na, Dhruva was what? 5 year old. Huh? So, what does it mean? That Krishna consciousness is open for everyone. Someone 5 year old like Dhruva Maharaj, another we hear in 6th canto, pastime of Ajamil. Hmm? Does anyone know how old was Ajamil? Huh? 88. He was 88 years old and he had 10 sons from a prostitute. And his last son, when he had him, he was 85 plus. Huh? Easy, 85 plus. And at that age, at that ripened age of old age, he performed Krishna consciousness. He perfected his Krishna consciousness by the blessings of the holy name, by the blessings of Krishna and all. So he purified and perfected and performed. So point being again that 5 year old, 88 year old age is no barrier. Age is no limitation. As soon as instantly or from the moment now itself, that time itself. So no one can say, na, see, as we say, what? There's no one single reason one can come forward to claim or say that for such and such reason I won't be practicing Krishna consciousness or I cannot practice Krishna consciousness. Uh, this excuses could be many, excuses could be thousands, but no genuine reason why not. So age is not a thing, gender is not a thing, place, nothing is as such a reason. And why to practice Krishna consciousness from now on itself, from just now? Well, we all are living in an emergency situation. We all. Huh? Not like, okay, 50 years back, 100 years back, or when COVID was, it was emergency to do, and now relax. No. Um, Whenever a sadhaka realizes or awakens in Krishna consciousness, in spirituality, he would realize, wow, it is a dire situation, living in a very precarious situation. Hmm, would want to practice Krishna consciousness. And again, we do not practice Krishna consciousness to save ourselves from Maya. That is not the objective. That is not the reason. We don't practice Krishna consciousness so that, okay, I become free from stress or I become free from material tribulations or any of those. No, that is a side benefit. That is a side thing. Just by practicing Krishna consciousness, we'll become free from stress and illusion and fear and lamentation. But it is not 100% true also. Practicing Krishna consciousness, devotees get more stressed, they get more lamentation, they get more fear, they get more of everything. But all of that disturbance or unsettlement, all of that is very Krishna consciousness, so very sweet. Just like the labor mother goes through in raising a child, the pain mother goes through and all, although so painful but joyous. So that is Krishna consciousness, something which will make us cry and smile at the same time. Hmm? And not just for a day or two. Daily, when we do japa, daily, when we do reading, hearing, go for parikrama, book distribution, whatnot, we should be experiencing cry and smile at the same time. Anything in society we experience cry and smile at the same time. It must be a joyous event, na? Where we are crying and smiling at the same time. Like a mother giving birth to a child, cry and smile at the same time. Parents seeing their children walk or parents seeing their children speak, huh? Parents seeing their children go to school or come out of school, go to university, come out of university, parents seeing their children getting married, cry and smile at the same time. Na? So all joyous occasions. but need not be very lasting. But Krishna consciousness we can experience daily. We should rather cry and smile at the same time. So in here, Dhruva Maharaj was in deep meditation. So much deep meditation that he could see Krishna within his heart clear. And then Krishna appeared. Krishna appeared so that vision in his heart disappeared. He was so absorbed in meditation that vision in his heart disappeared and he was disturbed by that. And as he opened his eyes, he was again. Now imagine this moment. Na? Dhruva Maharaj, 5-year-old boy in a forest, eh? In a forest, mm, 5-year-old boy doing meditation and opens his eyes. And who does he see? Lord Narayan. Wow. Such a moment, na? Such a moment. And this moment, what will it bring? Cry and smile at the same time. This will bring this. Cry and smile at the same time. And this is how japa should be. When we do japa, na, so in temples mostly this is the schedule, right? From 5 to 7 a.m., morning 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., devotees do japa, chanting on beats. And this is how the mood should be that when 7 a.m. the curtains open, as in my heart is opening. Huh? When the curtains open, it should be like my heart is opening, and we should be singing and dancing with joy. Na? Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Huh? That yes, we should chant for the pleasure of the Lordship. When we are sitting and doing chanting and the curtains close and behind what? The pujari, he is dressing the deities. There should be a good symphony and the deities should also feel so happy that yes, my devotees are dressing me. Deities are waiting actually for my procession. They are waiting when 7 o'clock curtains open and I get to see. Hmm? So that mood, that relationship has to be built. And this Dhruva Maharaj, when he saw Narayan, Supreme, let's see now what happens. So text 3, when Dhruva Maharaj saw his Lord just in front of him, he was greatly agitated and offered him obeisances and respect. Greatly agitated. Huh? He felt he fell flat before him like a rod and became absorbed in love of Godhead. Dhruva Maharaj in ecstasy looked upon the Lord as if he were drinking the Lord with his eyes, kissing the lotus feet of the Lord with his mouth, and embracing the Lord with his arms. This is love, na? This is love. Uh, When he saw, he was greatly agitated. And this is a symptom of love that one becomes a bit clueless. What to do, what not to do. As we see in Mahabharata, uh, very nice song also. And what do we see? Vidurani. So actually here Maitre Muni is telling this to Vidur and Vidur's wife. So at that time Krishna was in Hastinapur and Vidur's wife Vidurani, she received him. Krishna went to see them, his uncle and aunt Vidur and Vidurani. And Vidurji, the uncle, he was not in the house at that time. So it was his wife only. So Krishna's aunt was only in the house. Krishna went to see her and she was so pleased, so full of affection seeing Krishna. So she made Krishna sit and she brought some fruits for him. And you know what fruit did she bring? Banana. She brought banana for Krishna to eat. And you know what was she doing? She was peeling the banana skin, giving the skin to Krishna to eat, and putting the banana away. Such is love, one becomes mad. One becomes mad. Na? She was giving Krishna to eat the skin, and the banana itself she was putting in the just say in this pan in the utensil which is not to be eaten from, saying like that. Huh? And Krishna was relishing the banana peels. For Krishna, banana peel. For us, it is a problem. We can take banana. We cannot take banana peel. Our stomach will go. a bit crazy. But that's not with Krishna. So, because matter and spirit, there is no difference, there is no separation between matter and spirit for Krishna. Everything is spirit only. Uh, so it's not like again Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. It is not like, see, there's this beautiful shloka we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, and some other devotees can help us understand a bit more into it. Kritavan kile karmani saharame keshava atimartyani bhagavan gudha kapat manasa. Very nice, very nice. It comes first canto, first chapter, text 9 to 19 or 20, I believe. So, Kritavan kile karmani saharamena keshava. So, Krishna performing marvelous superhuman activities with whom? Saha Ramina Keshava. Krishna addresses Keshava and along with Lord Balaram. Uh, Ati Martyani Bhagwan. Whatever activities we do, doesn't matter Superman, Spider Man, He Man, Batman, whichever man, Englishman, Britishman, or Frenchman, or whichever man, whatever activities we do, it is all towards leading towards death only. All Martyani only. Na? Cheap glory we all have. But Saha Ramina Keshava Ati Martyani Bhagavan. है ना? Some Krishna's acts are all immortal. All immortal. And such are his devotees' acts also actually. Nothing of the material mundane atmosphere strata. Gudha Kapata Manasa. This is very the most interesting. Gudha Kapata Manasa. Kapat means cheating, bewilderment, or cheat someone. Hmm? And Gudha is something secretive, something mystery. Uh, and what is the mysterious cheating of Krishna? He comes as a human like. As human like, not human but human like, and perform such marvelous acts to attract our attraction. So now see, we see now what Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. Now there is another thing na, Atlas or this Greek figure na, in Greek mythology or Greek practices they say that there's Hercules or someone Atlas Shishikharanta Mayapur Sashi ki jai. So this personality, he carrying the atlas or the globe on his back and shoulder, and very elderly person, very old, broken back. But such is not Krishna. So he lifted Govardhan hill, a hill, but just like that, as a child lifts this marshmallows, or they say, as a Arohi is lifting a flower, as easy, just like that, for 7 days and 7 nights. Now this is something beautiful, now this is something wonderful. A 7-year-old boy lifting a hill for 7 days and 7 nights. That is sweet, that is charming, rather than a bodybuilder or someone like that. No. Uh, that is the Gudha Kapata Manasa. This is the Kapat. So for those who have not faith, Krishna appears just like a person or something or imaginary figure. But when we hear the pastimes of Krishna from Srimad Bhagavatam, we will find Krishna tremendously sweet, so charming, so beautiful. So this Dhruva Maharaj is experiencing so far na, through scriptures, to saintly people, and through his practice also, Dhruva Maharaj experienced okay what Krishna looks like and all, of course. Hmm. And now having a direct experience, a direct realization. Even chanting and studying Srimad Bhagavatam is not like a non-direct realization, but now as if like he's receiving the fruit of all of his realizations. What seeing Krishna? And he became agitated, he was greatly agitated, confused now what to do, what not to do. Likewise, we see Sabri, when Lord Ram appeared, she had to wait so many years for Lord Ram to appear, but she had faith. She had faith in devotees, sadhus. They said, okay, Ram will appear from this route itself, from this village, from this jungle. So you wait patiently. And she waited patiently for years and years, cleaning the ashram daily, hmm, engaging in service that Ram will appear one day. And when Lord Ram appeared, she gave her berries, berries to eat. And again, what is she doing? Sabri in her sweetness, complete sweetness. You know, Vrinda, When Lord Ram appeared, Sabri gave her berries. You know that, right? And what was Sabri doing? Sabri was giving the seeds, the seeds of the berries for Lord Ram to eat, or she was first herself eating those berries, checking them, tasting them all together. Oh, this is no, this is sour, throw it away. Yeah, this is sweet. So she was first eating herself, this is sweet, and then she was telling, oh, Ram, take this, eat this. Yeah, you will like this. Take this. And Lord Ram was relishing the remnant of sabari, completely relishing. So that is love. That is love when one is completely enamored by his object of love. Our object of love is Krishna. Completely enamored or possessed or taken over or controlled, like Dhruva Maharaj here. That is the fruit of sadhana. Na? So why do we do sadhana? We do not do sadhana for purification. That is not our objective. That mind control, sense control, and all. No, that is not the reason or purpose. Again, we do not do sadhana to free ourselves from daily stress and upheavals of life and all. No. Our only intention for doing sadhana is to attain the grace, the mercy, the love of Krishna. That should be the only purpose, to develop attachment towards Krishna. So Dhruva Maharaj says, text 4, although Dhruva Maharaj was a small boy, he wanted to offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in suitable language. But because he was inexperienced, he could not adjust himself immediately. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being situated in everyone's heart, could understand Dhruva Maharaj's awkward position. Out of his causeless mercy, he touched his conch shell to the forehead of Dhruva Maharaj, who stood before him with folded hands. Wow. So Dhruva was shocked, agitated. All of a sudden, been wanting, and what we want comes to his manifest. Krishna presented himself, manifested himself. Now, what to do? And then Krishna understood the position of Dhruva Maharaj, that he is a bit shaken up, awkward position, naturally awkward position. So yes, Krishna consciousness puts us many a times in awkward positions. It will or it should put. Rather, one should again feel such awkward positions. So when feeling this awkward position, so Krishna touching the conch shell. Now conch shell, Krishna's conch shell and Krishna, they are non-different. As in, they are on the absolute platform. Huh? Completely divine. And conch shell is also personality, an associate of Krishna, not just like a material object. No, there's no matter in spiritual realm. So being touched by the forehead of by the conch shell in the forehead of Dhruva Maharaj, as if all the purpose, all the uh, purposes, the purpose, the culmination of Shastric injunction, everything came about in him, a 5-year-old boy. And what does he do next? At that time, Dhruva Maharaj became perfectly aware of the Vedic conclusion and understood the absolute truth and his relationship with all living entities. In accordance with the line of devotional service to the Supreme Lord, whose fame is widespread, Dhruva, who in the future would receive a planet which would never be annihilated, even during the time of dissolution, offered his deliberate and conclusive prayers. Huh? Deliberate prayers meaning what? Something meditated, something pondered, something from the heart, huh? Deep meditation coming, something contemplative, not just like whimsical and not mechanical, not just words related, something from the heart. So he offered his heartfelt prayers and his realization, the cream of his realizations of practicing austerity. Hmm. Dhruva Maharaj said, my dear Lord, you are all powerful. After entering within me, you have enlivened all my sleeping senses, my hands, legs, ears, touch, sensation, life force, and especially my power of speech. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. 7. My Lord, you are the Supreme One, but by your different energies, you appear differently in the spiritual and material worlds. You create the total energy of the material world by your external potency, and after creation, you enter within the material world as the Super Soul. You are the Supreme Person, and through the temporary modes of material nature, You create varieties of manifestation, just as fire entering into wood of different shapes burns brilliantly in different varieties. O my master, Lord Brahma, is fully surrendered unto you. In the beginning, you gave him knowledge, and thus he could see and understand the entire universe. Just as a person awakens from sleep and visualizes his immediate duties. You are the only shelter of all persons who desire liberation, and you are the friend of all who are distressed. How, therefore, can a learned person who has perfect knowledge ever forget you? Let us read a couple more. Persons who worship you simply for the sense gratification of this bag of skin are certainly influenced by your illusory energy. In spite of having you, who are like a desired tree and are the cause of liberation from birth and death, foolish persons such as me desire benedictions from you for sense gratification, which is available even for those who live in hellish conditions. My Lord, the transcendental bliss derived from meditating upon your lotus feet or hearing about your glories from pure devotees is so unlimited that it is far beyond the stage of Brahmananda, wherein one thinks himself merged in the impersonal Brahman as one with the Supreme. Since Brahmananda is also defeated by the transcendental bliss derived from devotional service, then what to speak of the temporary blissfulness of elevating oneself to the heavenly planets, which is ended by the separating sword of time. Although one may be elevated to the heavenly planets, he falls down in due course of time. Okay. Now, maybe we can check this. See, Dhruva Maharaj is seeing the Lord of his life or the love of his life. Na? So, now, mm, what are the two things? What do we think? What do we say? Two things that are essential for love to make it happen. Yes, Pip has an answer. Let's listen. What is Pip's answer? Dedication and loyalty. This is three things. You ask for two, you get three. Huh? Dedication, loyalty, and service. Okay, Pip might be thinking, in case one of this does not work, then maybe do. But yeah, again, dedication, loyalty, and service. True, nice, good, and all. What I was thinking is, for love to come about, for this to meet, for my desired love to manifest, come about, on the part of a sadhaka, yes, dedication, loyalty, and service. And what I was thinking, two things is required at most is to try, try, to try, and to cry. This try has to be there. Try as in making effort, making effort. And along with effort, in order to attain Krishna, cry is a must. Cry is a must. And if we are genuinely making effort, as in with good attitude, with say good dedication, with good loyalty, say, or say with good service. If we are making effort with good dedication, with good loyalty, with service, we will cry. We will want to cry. We will want to. See, one thing is a fact. No one has attained Krishna without crying. No one. So the sooner we learn to cry for Krishna, the better it is. So these two things is must. Now in societal love also, na, to attain societal love as well, these two are must, I believe, isn't it? Try and cry. In societal love, sometimes we don't have to cry, perhaps, or physically cry, perhaps. Try maybe works out, okay? Hmm? But in Krishna consciousness, simply try. Try has to be accompanied with cry. Try meaning desperation. Cry meaning what? Hankering, longing, yearning, this feeling. And cry both physically, also cry, yes. Filling that vacuum. Uh, in radio and I think news and media and all, there's something called as dead air, right? Does anyone know what dead air means? Brinda, do you know what dead air means? Oh, okay. So I believe someone can check. That's like when you are live, and there's no commentary running out. Then it's like a big loss for say BBC, Sky News, and all doing news, and there's a disruption for 30 seconds or 15 seconds and all. So it's like a big loss for them, dead air, something like this. In a Krishna consciousness for a sadhaka, there should not be like a dead moment. No, that uh, that is love is very concentrated, very deep. So there should not be that dead moment. So cry and try, both are needed for the circle of love to be complete. Now let us maybe rewind slightly. Now see Dhruva Maharaj, maybe on day one. Now on day one he was neglected, or he was not taken on board by his father, na? And his stepmother spoke very harsh with him. Does any one of us ever felt like this? What? No one likes me. Did we ever tell this to ourselves? No one likes me. Or no one loves me. Or did we ever tell to ourselves like, oh, I'm such a bad person? Or why I am the way I am? Hmm. Now, Dhruva had all these choices. Now, what he felt, na? He might have felt what? No one likes me. It's just his father who did not take him. It's just his stepmother who did not take him and spoke harsh words, na? But that is how we live. We live a very delicate life. Our life is very delicate, very soft ego we carry, na? Someone at school, college, uni, at work and all, if we don't feel included, then it's like straight. It may be 5 persons who are not including us in our life, in their life. But straight away our mind tells or might tell now what? No one likes me. It's a big thing. No one loves me. Uh, And society has its way of dealing again, self love, self care, self help, all of such things. And I don't want to go into any motivational things saying what motivational speakers say and all. But surely they do inspire, motivate and all, and which is good. Which is good. Maybe it is creating a way for someone to come into Krishna consciousness. But we for ourselves, again, dead air say, suppose you go into a phone call to someone and the other person is in the phone. Now you are also silent and the other person is also silent. Creates an awkward situation. Na? What to say, what not to say. So you go in a work meeting. The other person is also silent, you are also silent, and there is a silence for 1 minute. Or speaking with father or mother after a long time. And suppose take this like what? We are in airport or train station. huh, and our flight is delayed by 4 hours, say. And we are with maybe parents or someone. Now, how do we kill that time? How much does one talk? It might become na, one time what? Oh, yes, we spend time together. Okay. But then everything meets its saturation. Point being, everything meets its saturation. Huh? And we might be telling this, we might have told ourselves many times this thing, no one likes me. I don't like myself. I'm why the way I am. She's much better. He's much better. What is the solution? So it is much better to light a candle than, there's a saying, na? It is a much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Huh? But that's like a societal motivational good mode of goodness saying. What would be the Krishna conscious saying? It is much better to chant Hare Krishna. It's much better, or no comparison. It is best to, to chant Hare Krishna. Yeah. then we go give up cursing or blessing. This thing. So we might experience in life that no one likes me, everyone hates me, or something on those lines and things and all. But Dhruva Maharaj, na, again, he had so many choices, he had so many options. He could have done everything under the sky and not do Krishna consciousness, isn't it? But he did nothing under the sky and he did only Krishna consciousness. And for us, Krishna consciousness would be our last thing to try, perhaps. When we come across some situation wherein we are not accepted at work, say, in some work meeting, if not included, in some work party or in some communications, if we don't, see na, you you take off someone from WhatsApp group who could be so heavy that I've been removed from the WhatsApp group. How insulting it is. How insulting I feel. Yeah? I don't know Instagram. I'm not, but if there could be a thing, Instagram or there's Telegram as well and things, na. So one feels so insulted. So what should be our response again when we feel insulted? A sadhaka's response could it be what? Oh, thank you for letting me know that I'm not this worthy. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for reminding me. I need to pray more. I need to chant more. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not humble. When we allow ourselves to actually genuinely take this as our stand, that thank you for reminding me that I'm not humble, then we are becoming humble. That is the way to become humble. Now, see, maybe yes, yeah, pertinent. I feel, when people go shopping or something, or like again. You have a goal to achieve, say we have a goal to achieve something to attain, then what do what might motivational speakers say? You have to come up with a to-do list, come up with a priority list, make a priority list, prioritize lives, things you want to do, write them down, discipline, keep a clean mind, keep a clean table, huh? Clean window, huh? Let fresh air, fresh light come through, then you will get fresh thought, blah 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 blah. So we all carry, the point is we all carry a to-do list, right? We might be writing down also physically in phone or in paper a to-do list. But this is a question. How many of us have a to-be list? Yeah. To-do list, okay, this is in my to-do list to wake up early in the morning, go for a run, go for a swim, go to buy vegetables, go to college, uni, I need to do, this is in my to-do list. In the morning itself, I need to submit my paper, I need to do this online thing, I need to buy ticket. So many to-do lists, na? So much. Throughout we live life to-do list, to-do list. And comes the time of uni, exam, marriage. Now parents getting their children married, so big low goes the to-do list. Huh? Throughout we have been carrying a big to-do list. Have we ever written something like to-be list? Do we have a to-be list? Where is our to-be list? And what is that to-be list? Dhruva Maharaj here, he could be having a to-do list, na? I have to attain this much. This is my to-do list. So this is how sadhana should go. Na? He entered first month, second month, third month. Let us read a bit more and see. Dhruva Maharaj continued. Text 11. O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire like dangers. It will be very easy for me For I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes which are eternally existent. This is how we should be, going mad for Krishna, crazy after Krishna. Yeah. See, our entire Krishna consciousness should be like this: what? Materially satisfied or materially saturated, but spiritually ambitious, spiritually hungry, spiritually not at all satisfied. Materially satisfied, materially saturated. Let us read a bit more. Now, Dhruva Maharaj, from his ripened state of meditation, this is his ripened state of meditation, ripened state of realization. And he is speaking his realization. Any thoughts, questions, or comments so far? Ever noticed, neighbor, if a person happens to associate with a devotee whose heart always hankers after your lotus, seeking always their fragrance, is never attached to the material body or in the bodily relationship to offspring, friends, home, wealth, and wife, which are very, very dear to him. Indeed, he does not care. Here is the secret of see what is Dhruva saying. Oh, when he is speaking this to him directly to the Lord, he is directly speaking to Narayana. What is saying? Oh Lord, who have a lotus mirror, Krishna is into lotus mirror. If a person happens to associate with a devotee, listen, if a person happens to associate with a devotee whose heart always hankers after your lotus feet. A devotee's heart should always hanker after Krishna's lotus feet. In order for the heart to come to that position, a devotee's heart has to be free from critics, free from uh, ranking someone, free from judging someone. A devotee's heart should be pure, meaning free from unnecessary critic like that. No. Hmm. That thing. Devotees explain this thing. Our mind, what is our mind like? Our mind is like an unemployed critic. We do not employ the critic, but it is critic. It is unemployed critic altogether, giving us all unnecessary, mostly unnecessary feedback. So here Dhruva Maharaj is saying, if a person happens to associate with a devotee whose heart always hankers after your lotus feet, seeking always their fragrance, hmm, then when we associate with devotees, then we are free from the material strata. But if we don't associate with devotees, then we are completely living in material strata, might be living in temple also. O my Lord, O Supreme Unborn, I know that the different varieties of living entities such as animals, trees, birds, reptiles, demigods and human beings are spread throughout the universe, which is caused by the total material energy. And I know that they are sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest, but I have never experienced the supreme form I behold as I see you now. Or now all kinds of methods of theorizing have come to end. If someone says what is love, hmm, if someone says yes, I can tell you what is love. Ah, this is love. This is love. Love is something which is anirvachaniya, meaning something which is inexplicable, something which cannot be defined, and it is foolishness if one tries to define love. It is foolishness if one tries to put love into words or some description. No. Love is something which is inexplicable, and this is Dhruva Maharaj saying. What? Now all kinds of methods of theorizing have come to an end. This is the practical fruit of sadhana altogether. My dear Lord, at the end of each millennium, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, dissolves everything manifested within the universe into his belly. He lies down on the lap of Sheshanag from his navel. From his navel sprouts a golden lotus flower on a stem, and on that lotus Lord Brahma is created. I can understand that you are the same Supreme Godhead. I therefore offer my respectful obeisance unto you. My Lord, by your unbroken transcendental glance, you are the supreme witness of all stages of intellectual activity. I fear, O loving voice, but externally for us, I fear. What a bad news. Yeah, here is fine. So to glorify is natural, and again, glorification is also like of two sides or two ways. What one is a glorification wherein worshipful glorification, wherein we are worshipping. Oh, you are so great! You are so great! You are so great. Another is that okay now, Gaba? Another glorification is what? Sweet, loving glorification, which we will come to, where there is much love sentiment involved. And Krishna in Braj, in Vrindavan, the mode of glorification is very different. The mode of glorification of Krishna in Braj, Vrindavan is not at all of awe and reverence. It's not much of worship mode. It is pure of love mode and love of very Atmiyata bond related. So, my dear Lord, in your impersonal manifestation of Brahman, there are always two opposing elements, knowledge and ignorance. Your multi energies are continually manifest, but the impersonal Brahman, which is undivided, original, changeless, unlimited, and blissful, is the cause of the material manifestation. Because you are the same impersonal Brahman, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. My Lord, O Supreme Lord, you are the supreme personified form of all benediction. Therefore, for one who abides in your devotional service with no other desire, worshipping your lotus feet is better than becoming king and lording it over a kingdom. That is the benediction of worshipping your lotus feet. To ignorant devotees like me, who you are the causelessly merciful maintainer, just like a cow, who takes care of the newly born calf by supplying milk and giving it protection from attack. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, when Dhruva Maharaj, who had good intentions in his heart, finished his prayer, the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, who is very kind to his devotees and servants, congratulated him and speaking as follows. So let us just see what the Lord has to say. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Personality of Godhead said, my dear Dhruva, son of the king, you have executed pious vows, and I also know the desire within your heart. Hmm. Although your desire is very ambitious and very difficult to fulfill, I shall favor you with its fulfillment. all good fortune unto you. The Supreme Personality of Godhead continued, my dear Dhruva, I shall award you the glowing planet known as the pole star, which will continue to exist even after the dissolution at the end of the millennium. No one has ever ruled this planet, which is surrounded by all the solar systems, planets, and stars. All the luminaries in the sky circumambulate this planet, just as bulls tread around a central pole for the purpose of crushing grains. Hmm? Keeping the pole star to the right, all the stars inhabited by the great sages like Dharma, Agni, Kashyapa, and Shukra circumambulate this planet, which continues to exist even after the dissolution of all others. So, Krishna fulfilling the desire of his devotee Dhruva, what he had asked for. Krishna straight away fulfilling his desire, complete. So much Krishna is captivated by his love, by his devotion, by his dedication, by Dhruva's loyalty, Dhruva's service. So now, the again one may question or one may ask that why this can be a question, na? That why is Krishna giving him Dhruva went with something material ambition, na? That I want a kingdom greater than not just my father, not just my grandfather, greater than my great grandfather, a kingdom one has never had before. So Dhruva went on with some material desire, objective, intent, sure, and Krishna is fulfilling. Hmm? So there may arise a question that why is Krishna fulfilling such a desire? But what we read slightly more and then we'll see. After your father goes to the forest and awards you the rule of his kingdom, you will rule continuously the entire world for 36,000 years, and all your senses will continue to be as strong as they are now. You will never become old. Actually, Krishna gave him a planet, pole star, uh, to which will continue to exist even after the dissolution at the end of this millennia. As such a unique planet, pole star, Dhruva star, as they say, which although after complete annihilation, complete dissolution, still this planet remains, and the resident in this planets remain. They live for immortal life altogether. And if life is immortal, it has to be a life of bliss. It has to be a life of freedom. It has to be a peaceful, secured life altogether. Not a life of paying bills or not a life of burning for forever, sort of. No. It is a life of immortal bliss in there. So that is what, uh, whatever Dhruva asked for, Krishna doubled it up. Whatever Dhruva asked for, Krishna doubled it up. Or not just doubled it up, we cannot imagine or cannot calculate how much he doubled it up or what he made of it altogether. And not just that, Krishna is saying what? That after your father goes to the forest and awards you the rule of his kingdom, you will rule continuously the entire world for 36,000 years. And all your senses will continue to be as strong as they are now. You will never become old. श्री शिखोरानिताय मायापुर शशि की जय, श्री तुलसीनाथ महाराज की जय, श्री गिरधारी लाल की जय, श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय. So see, in Hindi they say na what, that na maya mili, Vrinda, you know this, na maya mili, come on, na maya mili, Arohi knows, huh? Na maya mili na Ram. Huh? So it said in society what, that practicing Krishna consciousness. What did you attain? Huh? 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years you've been doing. What did you attain? What extra did you? You know, when will people be happy when seeing devotees practicing Krishna consciousness? What is the sort of thing that will make them convinced that yes, devotees are doing something great, something huge? I feel society, people, friends, family members will really appreciate my practicing Krishna consciousness, and they will appreciate I am advancing when they see horns are growing on my head. Maybe that will convince them. Otherwise, I don't know what potentially can convince people. Uh, because people are very much living on external consciousness, and externally only they are checking, not much internally. So there's this sort of allegation now, practicing Krishna consciousness, what did you attain? Huh? You lost out on all sense gratification, pubbing and clubbing. Huh? You missed out there as well. Uh, Dance, drinks, rock and roll, there as well, and nor neither Krishna as well, nor did you get Krishna. But it is not at all like that. First and foremost, no one has been able to enjoy Maya. No one has been able to enjoy illusion. How is it possible? How can one enjoy illusion? No. But Krishna, everyone can have a loving relationship with him. Everyone. So here, Lord Narayan giving to Dhruva what? Double it up. Or treble it up. uh, Four times or multifold times, don't know how many times. So this is like a uh, complete side benefit, or this benefit of practicing Krishna consciousness. One can really relish Maya also. Maya, in the sense, one can really relish a higher taste in life, much higher peace, much higher sense gratification, much pure, much purified higher sense gratification that Narayan is offering. And why is Narayan offering this much kindness to Dhruva? Why? Dhruva did not ask for any of this, na? Dhruva just asked a kingdom greater than his grandfather. But Narayan gave him a kingdom which is immortal, huh? Which doesn't dissolve, which continues forever. Made him a unique ruler altogether. Furthermore, that that is like after you live, pass off, say, huh? And all. But while living also, 36,000 years rule in planet Earth. One-sided rule in planet Earth. Never grow old. Uh, Enjoy throughout. See, Krishna is also smart, na? How? Krishna is wanting to create a good profile for himself. In the sense, imagine na, a 5-year-old boy doing such austerity, such tapasya to attain Krishna. And within 6 months he attained. So Krishna saved himself there. Imagine 5-year-old boy and had to perform austerity for 10 years. Oh, what would people say? Oh, your Vishnu worship. Vishnu is very hard hearted. A 5-year-old boy, he's making him do sadhana for 10 years and then giving darshan. So Krishna is saying, no, Baba, I don't want to prolong or delay him. Huh? 5 year, so imagine a 5-year-old boy writing an application for something, then it should be done quickly now. Okay, 5-year-old boy. Huh? 5 साल के बच्चे को अगर 15 साल की भगवान तपस्या कराएंगे, बोलेंगे भैया कौन पड़ेगा विष्णु के पीछे, नहीं भैया अपना ब्रह्मा जी ठीक है, शिव जी ठीक है, फटाफट कर देंगे। ये 5 साल को बच्चे को 15 साल नचाया है, तो हमारे को कितना साल नचाएंगे सोचो। हाँ? Someone may say like this, isn't it? That if Krishna is making a 5-year-old boy, imagine if Krishna gave darshan to Dhruva after 20 years of practice. After 20 years of practice in forest, one may say, na, well, for a 5-year-old boy, Krishna is taking 20 years to come out, give him direct darshan. Then for us, it may take God knows 20 lives or whatnot. So that one thing Krishna is trying to actually see a bit save himself. Furthermore, see, uh, now if Krishna does not give him all of this, way more than what Dhruva wanted, and these 36,000 years and things and all, then also na, it doesn't create a good name for Krishna in the sense. Krishna might get a bit worried, na, that what, oh, people will they come forward to worship me or not? हाँ? बोले भाई संभल के करो विष्णु की आराधना, हाँ? भाई ये जितना मांगते है उतना ही देता है और तपस्या पूरी देता है, तो नहीं भाई, जितना मांगे ना उससे ज्यादा ही दिया. वॉट एवर आस्क्ड फॉर, वे मोर गिवन, so that okay, yes, he has got a good heart, he can understand a 5-year-old boy is asking. Normally we find na 5-year-old boy, if he comes for a candy, then parents, grandparents give him more than what he comes for asking for, right? So Krishna trying to set a good precedent, otherwise who will worship me if I don't give him, Dhruva Maharaj, all of this and all. So the Lord continued, sometime in the future your brother Uttama will go hunting in the forest, and while absorbed in hunting he will be killed. Stepmother Suruchi, being maddened upon the death of her son, will go to search him out in the forest, but she will be devoured by a forest fire. We'll see this a bit later when we continue further. The Lord continued, I am the heart of all sacrifices. You will be able to perform many great sacrifices and also give great charities in this way. In this way, you will be able to enjoy the blessings of material happiness in this life, and at the same time, at the time of your death, you will be able to remember Him. So, candy in both hands. And practicing materialists, they don't get candy in any hands. Material happiness means what? Material happiness means happiness is just a step away. It's just a step away. I'm just about to get it. I'm just getting it. That is material happiness. And when we have it, how much can we establish or how much can we sustain and quantify or in that moment keep it? No, it is gone. We cannot what people say. So that night, of that party, of that trip, so means what? Once I get this house, once I get this job, once I get this visa, once I get this house, once I get spiritual happiness is like it's simple, Krishna is so kind, He is so loving. He will give us way more than what we need. Way, way more than what we need. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. One who has become the Narayans, one who has become Vishnu, then law of karma does not touch you. The law of karma does not touch himself. And living in this world, you rule in this world for 6,000 years, and you enter, and then for us, and we have many a to-do list in our life, right? Things I want to do, things I want to do. But this is how our this sadhana or spiritual practice or Krishna consciousness should be, that transforming our to do from to do to a to be list. What do I want to be? What do I want to be? That should be the focus. So we aspire to be a pure devotee of the Lord. That should be the aspiration. And the emotion, the experience, the realizations Dhruva Maharaj went through, why should our realization, experience, emotion be any less? If we really want to glorify Dhruva Maharaj, if we really want to uh, appreciate his desperation, his dedication in meeting Krishna, Desperation, dedication, na? That is what every month he was stepping up to see Krishna. Without desperation, without dedication, no sadhana. Na? What is the point of then sadhana doing spiritual practice? Otherwise, it is all mechanical. So Dhruva Maharaj, completely desperate, tremendously dedicated, and this should be our realization as well to become a 2B. And when we aim that, then our to-do list is sorted. Then prioritization, what is important, what is not important, and all everything, discipline, time, sleeping time, eating time, all this will fall in shape, will come in place when we develop this desire to become a pure devotee of Krishna. And this desire will come about when we associate with devotees of Krishna, and especially who have developed this mood of attachment towards Krishna. So I think we leave it here, we park it here, we give it a rest here. We'll continue tomorrow or another day. From text 26, we'll see chapter 9, Dhruva Maharaj returning home. And again, so in love, two things are required for love to be attained or for love to be in wholesome or full, or to have that, which is what? Try and cry. Without the try, cannot be attained. And just and see, just try, no cry doesn't work. Just cry, no try doesn't work. Just try, but no cry is like passionate. Passionate enthusiasm, no good. Just cry, but no try is sentimental. Again, no good. Both has to be there. And when we are in association of inspiring devotees, we will do both. So, any thoughts, questions, or comments? Or okay, so we give it a rest here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, श्रील ध्रुव महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. And now Vrinda will sing Narsinga Pranam. Okay, then maybe Avni can sing Narsinga Pranam. Hare Krishna.